Hey, I remember way back in 2011, I came home from work. At the time, I was the CEO of a technology company. My wife, who was working for the Department of Defense, had invited over some service members that she had gotten to know, three of them. They came to our living room. I came home late from work, and as I entered in, I could tell the conversation was already shifting from conversations about sort of day-to-day life to conversations about the intersection where faith and trauma kind of collide, that results in grief and guilt and shame and regret and feelings of betrayal and self-identity questioning, all these sorts of things. And so it took this really heavy turn. And I remember sitting there, and it was almost as if we watched healing come into the room, sit down, and take a seat. And I went to work the next day, and the way I would think about it is it's almost like I was being asked to walk through life when I had just experienced the thrill of sprinting for the first time. And so I called my wife and I was like, hey, we need to do that again. And she said, I agree. So we invited people over the next week, and the next week, and the next week, and the next week. And over the course of about 5 years, we did this multiple times a week, sitting across from literally hundreds and hundreds of people who had gone through devastating times in their life. And the question is, what motivates me? It's still those stories. When you sit and you absorb people's stories and you hear, not only did it bring things to light from my own past that I thought I had sort of outgrown or maybe had been more successful than those problems, it brought those things back, which motivates me for myself. But today, really what motivates me is knowing that there's stories I haven't yet heard. There's people who are still hurting, who are waiting. And I can't think of any better way to spend my time than making sure that some reboot group is available to them.